A majority of Missouri voters said yes to Medicaid expansion, which was supposed to kick in this summer. But today, Governor Mike Parson said it won't happen. Medicaid expansion would have added coverage for hundreds of thousands of Missourians. Our Justina Cornell is live to explain why it's not happening despite the will of voters. Justina?
Yeah, Mike, even though voters said, yes, we want Medicaid expansion, lawmakers still have the choice to fund it or not. And that's what we saw last week when last Friday they submitted its budget without that expansion.
Now we have the legislature and the governor saying we're not going to implement the Medicaid expansion.
Missouri's governor sent this letter to the Centers for Medicare and Medicaid Services Thursday. It says the state has withdrawn a plan to expand Medicaid. In August, 53% of Missourians voted in favor of Medicaid expansion, but the state legislature had to approve the funding, and last week they finalized the budget without funding expansion. Governor Mike Parson says without that money, there's no expansion for 275,000 eligible Missourians.
The advocates for expansion would say that the funding source is the federal government.
To clarify, 90% of the Medicaid expansion money comes from the federal government, but state lawmakers had to give the department authority to spend that federal money, and 10% kicked in by the state.
The state money that would go into it would have to be appropriated by the legislature.
Ultimately, lawmakers said no, disappointing many. The Missouri Budget Project analyzes the state budget and economic issues. They say looking at the 30+ states that have already done Medicaid expansion,
it would create more than 16,000 jobs.
And advocates also focus on the health benefits. Medicaid expansion could help thousands of clients at Paraquat.
Expanding healthcare coverage to people with disabilities is certainly something that we work hard at.
So what's next? This battle could go to the courts.
There are groups who will challenge this action today.
Now, this could go all the way to the Missouri Supreme Court. Now, there are several outcomes. One of them is that the courts could require the General Assembly to find a way to fund that Medicaid expansion. Reporting in St. Louis, Justina Cornell, 5 on your side.